This is S76 to St George Ferry. This stop is Mill Road and Delwitt Avenue. Next stop, Mill Road and Fox Lane. This stop is Mill Road and Fox Lane. Next stop, Mill Road and Promenade Avenue. This stop is Mill Road and Promenade Avenue. Next stop, Mill Road and Stoneham Street. This stop is Mill Road and Stoneham Street. Next stop, Mill Road and Roberts Drive. This stop is Mill Road and Roberts Drive. Next stop, Mill Road and Tizons Lane. Transfer available to S57. This stop is Mill Road and Tizons Lane. Next stop, Mill Road and Ebbett Street. Transfer available to S57. This stop is Mill Road and Ebbett Street. Next stop, Ebbett Street and Cuba Avenue. This stop is Ebbett Street and Cuba Avenue. Next stop, Ebbett Street and Manila Place. This stop is Ebbett Street and Manila Place. Next stop, Ebbett Street and Finley Avenue. This stop is Ebbett Street and Finley Avenue. Next stop, Ebbett Street and Roma Avenue. This stop is Ebbett Street and Roma Avenue. Next stop, Ebbett Street and Cedar Grove Avenue. This stop is Ebbett Street and Cedar Grove Avenue. Next stop, Cedar Grove Avenue and Cedar Grove Court. This stop is Cedar Grove Avenue and Cedar Grove Court. Next stop, Cedar Grove Avenue and Garibaldi Avenue. This stop is Cedar Grove Avenue and Garibaldi Avenue. Next stop, Cedar Grove Avenue and Maple Terrace. This stop is Cedar Grove Avenue and Maple Terrace. Next stop, Cedar Grove Avenue and New Dorp Lane. This stop is Cedar Grove Avenue and New Dorp Lane. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Roma Avenue. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Roma Avenue. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Finley Avenue. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Finley Avenue. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Windham Street. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Windham Street. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Cuba Avenue. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Cuba Avenue. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Mill Road. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Mill Road. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Highland Boulevard. Transfers available to S78 and S79 SBS. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Highland Boulevard. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Clawson Street. Transfer available to S79 SBS. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Clawson Street. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and Edison Street. This stop is New Dorp Lane and Edison Street. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and New Dorp Plaza. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway and S57. This stop is New Dorp Lane and New Dorp Plaza. Next stop, New Dorp Lane and 3rd Street. Transfer available to S57. This stop is New Dorp Lane and 3rd Street. Next stop, Richmond Road and New Dorp Lane. Transfers available to S57 and S74. This stop is Richmond Road and New Dorp Lane. Next stop, Richmond Road and Steele Avenue. Transfer available to S57. This stop is Richmond Road and Steele Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Locust Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Locust Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Bancroft Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Bancroft Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Greeley Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Greeley Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Lincoln Avenue. Transfer available to S51. This stop is Richmond Road and Lincoln Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Midland Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Midland Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Barton Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Barton Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Hull Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Hull Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Seaver Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Seaver Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Donkin Hills Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Donkin Hills Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Seaview Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Seaview Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Norden Street. This stop is Richmond Road and Norden Street. Next stop, Richmond Road and Raritan Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Raritan Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Berger Avenue. This stop is Richmond Road and Berger Avenue. Next stop, Richmond Road and Mark Street. This stop is Richmond Road and Mark Street. Next stop, Richmond Road and Old Town Road. This stop is Richmond Road and Old Town Road. Next stop, Richmond Road and Hunton Street. This stop is Richmond Road and Hunton Street. Next stop, Targhee Street and West Fingerboard Road. Transfer available to S74. This stop is Targhee Street and West Fingerboard Road. Next stop, Targhee Street and Rome Avenue. This stop is Targhee Street and Rome Avenue. Next stop, Targhee Street and Naples Street. This stop is Targhee Street and Naples Street. Next stop, Targhee Street and Baltic Avenue. Transfer available to S53. This stop is Targhee Street and Baltic Avenue. Next stop, Targhee Street and Clove Road. Transfer available to S53. This stop is Targhee Street and Clove Road. Next stop, Targhee Street and DeKalb Street. Transfer available to S53. This stop is Targhee Street and DeKalb Street. Next stop, Targhee Street and Steuben Street. This stop is Targhee Street and Steuben Street. Next stop, Targhee Street and Parliament Drive. This stop is Targhee Street and Parliament Drive. Next stop, Targhee Street and Sobel Court. This stop is Targhee Street and Sobel Court. Next stop, Targhee Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. This stop is Targhee Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Next stop, Vanderbilt Avenue and Rolfe Street. This stop is Vanderbilt Avenue and Rolfe Street. Next stop, Vanderbilt Avenue and Osgood Street. This stop is Vanderbilt Avenue and Osgood Street. Next stop, Vanderbilt Avenue and Park Hill Lane. This stop is Vanderbilt Avenue and Park Hill Lane. Next stop, Vanderbilt Avenue and Tompkins Avenue. Transfers available to S52 and S78. This stop is Vanderbilt Avenue and Tompkins Avenue. Next stop, Vanderbilt Avenue and Arrington Place. Transfer available to Staten Island Railway. This stop is Vanderbilt Avenue and Arrington Place. Next stop, Bay Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway and S51. This stop is Bay Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Thompson Street. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway and S52. This stop is Bay Street and Thompson Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Water Street. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway and S52. This stop is Bay Street and Water Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Prospect Street. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway and S52. This stop is Bay Street and Prospect Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Wave Street. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway and S52. This stop is Bay Street and Wave Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Clinton Street. This stop is Bay Street and Clinton Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Grant Street. This stop is Bay Street and Grant Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Hannah Street. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway, S46, S48, S61 and S62. This stop is Bay Street and Hannah Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Victory Boulevard. Transfers available to Staten Island Railway, S46, S48, S61 and S62. This stop is Bay Street and Victory Boulevard. Next stop, Bay Street and Slauson Terrace. Transfers available to S46, S48, S51, S52 and S61. This stop is Bay Street and Slauson Terrace. Next stop, Bay Street and Borough Place. Transfers available to S40, S44, S46, S48 and S51. This stop is Bay Street and Borough Place. Next stop, St George Ferry and Ramp B. This stop is St George Ferry and Ramp B. This is S76 to St George Ferry.